Hello there everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today we're talking about this palette. This is the Profusion Wanderlust palette. Talk about a palette that has been so hyped up. I don't know if you've been seeing this palette as much as I have. A lot of people I follow have been talking about it, saying it's so good. Even people that don't really use drugstore products are saying it's really good. And I don't know, I was like, okay, I'll try it. It was $10, and Profusion is a brand that is very, very hit and miss. I usually only see them come out during the holidays. They have all kinds of little makeup sets and kits. And lately they've been like semi-permanent at Target. They've had these big palettes. They have other products. I did get this at Target. They had another one. I think that was called Chocolates. And they had one other one called something else. But I got the Wanderlust palette. So I kept seeing all the hype on this, and I was like, you know what? I gotta try that for myself. So I hunted it down. I went and picked it up. I've had this for about 3 weeks now, if not a month. And I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts on this palette. So it is a, how many shadows? 21 Pro Pigment shades and a brush. It does come with a pretty decent brush. Just a nice little blender brush. It's actually really soft and it does work. So the brush was very nice. And this is how the palette looks. So I'm wearing this today, and I think that it came out pretty nice. So this palette, I don't really have any issues with blendability. I don't have any issues with the shades layering on top of each other. I feel like they all kind of go onto the lid pretty easily. But the one big downfall about this palette is that it fades. It fades so quickly. And I can't remember the last time I had an issue with eyeshadow fading. I can't remember a time that ever happened, or I felt like I needed to reapply it. I had this palette on my eyes the other day in a video, and I was just like, oh my god, my eyeshadow looks crazy. It was so faded. And a couple of you guys did compliment me on the eyeshadow, thank you. But if you had seen it in the morning compared to what it looked like then, it was a completely different eye look. It was crazy. So what I have on now, I have on the shade Stormy. This one called Stormy, that's the one I have on the lid. I have some of this one called Regal, this matte purple, just on the outer corner. A little bit kind of blended in with this brown one called Statement, just kind of mixed together. And on the inner corner, I just have some Nimbus, just on a little tiny pop on the inner corner there. And I really like the way it came out. I like the way the shades complement each other. I don't have any issues with this palette in the morning, but like I said, in the evening, it's faded. So faded. But let's swatch this palette. The shades don't all swatch amazingly, but, you know, that kind of goes with any kind of palette. There are a few duds in here. The shade Serious is a really big dud for me. And then 2 other duds are coming up. So that's the first 4. The next one is Frosting. This is one that is a huge, huge, huge miss for me, this one right here. It's like a white, flaky, chunky kind of, I don't know, not really good. There's the other 3 there. Right here. This one called Gravity looks really pretty in a swatch, and when you can get it on the lids, it looks nice, but I have a hard time using that one as well. Then we're going to swatch the next row. This one has some of the best shades in it. The shade called Majesty, Hypnotic is great, Jade, and Stormy. These are all so pretty. Really beautiful greens. Really, really nice shades there. I just really wish they didn't fade so fast because they're so pretty. And then we have Splash, we have Regal, a matte purple, and then Nimbus. This one right here is the one I have on my inner corner, lightly with a little brush. Oh, my hand is still really wet from that wipe, so sorry it's messing up the matte shade a little bit. But there's that one. And even for the mattes in this palette, I don't have an issue blending them. Even the purples and the bright pinks here, because these 3 right here are mattes, and this one too called Enigma, I don't really have issues with blending those. I think they all blend really well. I was really kind of shocked, to be honest, with this palette. These 3 brown mattes are really, really good. The 3 bottom brown ones, really nice. That one right there is called Enigma. Isn't that so pretty? So, so pretty. I really like that one there. That's one that I honestly thought was going to be like, no, that's not Enigma. It's called Cruise. It's this one on the bottom, this one right here. Super duper pretty. Enigma is coming up next. I got the shades mixed up. But these are 3 mattes. And the one called Enigma is a really, really dark in the pan. Like, it looks like a really dark navy blue. But this is kind of how it looks on the lids, too. A little bit disappointing. Not as dark as I was expecting. But that's okay, too. I don't really like super dark shades anyway. Just something to note in case you were expecting that to be really dark. It's going to be kind of light. So overall, the mattes in here are really nice. I was kind of shocked, to be honest. The shimmers and metallics I think are really good. They look good at first, but they don't last. And it kind of bugs me. Like, I feel like that's definitely a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's definitely something that looking at it now, I probably wouldn't buy this. It was $10, but I'm not going to say it's good for the price. Is it good? Kinda, but I can't get it to last. I've tried primer, I've tried no primer, I've tried concealer, I've tried setting the primer, I've tried not setting the concealer. I've tried everything. It doesn't last on me. I think if you have enough eyeshadows that you call it a collection, you definitely do not need this palette. You have stuff like this already. You already have colors like this in your little stash that you can use, that you like. I personally wouldn't recommend this. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone say that it fades on them. I don't know why it fades so badly on me, but for me, that kind of makes the palette a miss for me, even though they do blend really well and they look really nice at first. It doesn't last, and it makes me not want to reach for it because I don't want to have to reapply eyeshadow later in the day. So yeah, that is it. That is my quick little review of this palette. I'm sorry if you love this palette. I don't want to reach for it. It just doesn't last on me. But anyway, if you've tried this palette, let me know what your thoughts are. Have you tried the other Profusion palettes that look like this? Are they better? Do they last? Do you have issues with this lasting on you? Because I want to like it, but I just can't. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you tomorrow or the next day with another one. Goodbye.